Welcome back.
Markets are not doing well. In the morning, we had a situation where the broader markets were slightly outperforming the frontline indices, but now they're underperforming. And some of the stocks that have been, quite beaten down with the last 1 month, stocks that like DB Realty or ARSS Infra, Apollo Tires, people who had lost about 25-30% in this last 1 month alone, are trying to rebound back. So some of them are up about 4 to 5%. Let's get to a technical expert and ask if he spotted something. Amit Harchekar of India Infoline is now with us. Amit, precisely this question: have you noticed anything in the mid-cap space that seems like it would have bottomed out, and this could be a buying opportunity?
Not really, but what I feel is we have already seen good correction in fertilizer stocks, and since last few days we are seeing most of these stocks are seeing some amount of a short-term bottom. Especially if you look at stocks like Chambal Fertilizers, which has bounced back very well from the support of 71. So expect some buying momentum to come in fertilizer stocks, but rest of sectors like real estate I would avoid at this moment.
Okay, what do you do with the Nifty itself, Amit? Is this 542030 band that has to be respected at all? It's held out for the last 48 hours from slipping from that level. Yesterday's low, I think, was around 5420. What would you do if the index is close to that point?
Well, yesterday 5416, that was yesterday's low, but there is a minor support at this level. But if you look at the major support was at 5515, which was 50% retracement support. And since Nifty has taken out that, we might see Nifty testing levels of 5347, that is your 61.8% Fibonacci support. So on the broader scene, we might see Nifty trading in a band of 5347 to 5630. The 200-day moving average, which is prevailing at 5630 levels, is the medium-term resistance for the market. So I do not see market moving beyond this range in the short term.
I don't know whether you look at that part of the market, Amit, but if you have this view of the Fibonacci support coming in at a much lower level of 53, whatever you said, would you therefore recommend a sell on the February contract, Nifty futures?
If Nifty breaches yesterday's low of 5415, then we might see Nifty heading towards 5347. But as of now, we are seeing Nifty honoring that support. So as of now, since it's holding up that levels, that should be the stop loss for the long positions.
Two chart checks with you, Amit. Jain Irrigation and Unitech, both of them rank underperformers. Where do you see the support levels of both these stocks?
Well, Unitech, there was a good support at 49.50, and since today the stock is trading below that, we might see stock going down all the way to 38 to 39. From the real estate pack, I do see Indiabulls Real Estate, which has been holding well above the support of 118. So instead of Unitech, I would suggest IB Real Estate to be a good bet. Jain Irrigation, the stock has actually broken multiple support of 185, and we might see stock heading all the way towards 148 to 149. Again, if you look at even on the volume front, we are seeing a good delivery-based selling in today's trading session. So unless the stock trades below 185 on closing basis, I would suggest avoiding discount.
There are a lot of stocks that are moved by some fundamental news. Actually, even Jain Irrigation, it's not just a passing reference, it's also an equity dilution, it's also an NBFC. So I don't know whether technicals is the right way to look at it. Delta Corp, if you can give an idea whether there's any support above that 40 rupees mark, and if you track that stock. Likewise, Escorts, beaten down by bad numbers.
Well, Delta Corp, there is some support at around 35 to 36, but if that is taken out, we might see the stock going all the way to 31. Sorry.
The other one was again, Escorts.
Okay.
Seen a 6.5% knock today, and of course the numbers were nothing to write home about, which is why the knock is steeper in the last few days. That's a 1 month chart of Escorts. Sorry, Amit, you were saying?
Yeah, Escorts, again, the stock has again violated the important support of 131. There is a minor support at around 118.5. If that is taken out on closing basis, we might see the further trend getting deteriorated. But as of now, most of the mid caps are trading below their long-term moving averages. So unless we see broader markets getting stabilized above 5600, we might see all mid cap stocks underperforming the broader market.
Any thoughts on sugar, Amit? Both Sri Renuka, Balrampur Chini trying to rebound after some time. Do you think this could be a slight buying opportunity? Near-term pop maybe?
Well, on the sugar space, we are seeing good pullback in Renuka Sugars. Again, out of the lot, Renuka looks to be a good bet. In fact, today the stock has bounced back from the multiple support of 82, and the immediate resistance stands at 89, which is its 50 DMA. So for the week, if stock manages to close above 89, then we may see this rally getting extended towards 105. But as of now, it's more of a bounce from the multiple support zone. So we might see stock heading at least towards 89 in a few trading sessions.
Okay, I know we are just bouncing stocks off you. Apollo Tyres is one that compels attention. What did it go to? I think 86 or something, some time back at the heights of October. And today at 53. The only thing the only reason why I'm asking you is that it's showing a bit of a bounce now. So would you say the worst is over? Do you get in, or is this dead cat?
Well, yesterday the stock has given a short-term reversal in form of hammer pattern on the candlestick. What you can say is, as long as the stock manages to hold above 52, we might see this pullback getting extended towards 56, 52, 57. But there is a strong supply zone which is seen at these levels. So around these levels, if you're holding long positions, you should try to trim your positions around 57 to 58 levels.
Amit, that's a bunch of stocks you gave us levels for. Do you have positions in any of these?
It's safe to assume that we have recommended some of the stock to our clients, but I do not have any personal holdings.
All right. Thanks a lot, Amit, for joining us. Meanwhile, just a word on the markets. As the ticker would be telling you, there's nothing much to rejoice at this point in time. For a better part of the afternoon, we've had 5 stocks advancing for 7 stocks declining. So the breadth has been bad. It's getting towards 5:8 in terms of declines. And, well, the big cut is really coming in the heavyweights.